Good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the 2022 St. Johns County School District Battle of the Books. We are excited to have each of you here to participate and extremely excited to have our teachers, classmates, families, friends, and community members joining us live online today. Give them a good cheer. Woo! Awesome. Today promises to be a battle like no other. Our returning 2020-21 champion for Elementary South is the Crookshank Elementary School Cougars. Go Crookshank! They are vying for a repeat of the title this year. Rumor has it, all of our teams have been reading since this summer, buffing up their brain muscles and running through books like champion sprinter Usain Bolt, preparing for the most intense and competitive sporting event in our district. There's no doubt about it. If you want blood, sweat, and tears, suspense, intrigue, and an ending you didn't see coming, stick with us today. You're in for a treat. Hello again. My name is Kim Dixon, and I serve as Director for Instructional Resources and Media Services with St. Johns County Schools. We're also known as the ERMS team. I am joined today by an amazing team that has worked hard to bring you our second annual virtual Battle of the Books. Last year's inaugural online battle was so successful, we decided to host it virtually yet again. This format allows for friends and family across our district, state, nation, and yes, even the world to join us and witness this genius competition. Please welcome the brains behind today's technology, the person who made it possible to have our competition online, Dr. Diane Lawson, our Applied Technology Specialist.
Hi, everyone. Good luck today.
Dr. Lawson is an integral part of our support system and is also responsible for keeping accurate score today. Thanks so much, Dr. Lawson. Also working hard to create, gather, and organize the battle quotes, all while supporting the efforts of our team of renowned media specialists. Please welcome Mrs. Amelia Zakowski, Specialist for Instructional Media.
Hi there. Welcome.
Ms. Z has worked tirelessly to gather the questions and answers for this year's battle and ensured their accuracy. There are also folks who've been with us every step of the way. Mr. Marcus Brown, Instructional Materials Specialist, Ms. Danielle DiGregorio, our textbook assistant, and Ms. Erica Jackson, Executive Secretary, are supporting our hard work behind the scenes. That is, off camera today, but definitely here. I can't say enough about how hard our ERMS team works and how grateful I am that they are an important part of the St. Johns County School District employee pool, providing support to teachers and students and our staff, and yes, to you, our community. Let's have a shout out for ERMS. Go ERMS! Before I turn this over to the specialists, I do want to say how inspired I am by the students, our student readers, our media specialists and team sponsors, and of course you, our caregivers. Your dedication to reading and commitment to your team is truly inspirational. Good luck today. Finally, I want to acknowledge the tremendous support we receive from our district leaders, Mr. Forson, St. Johns County School District Superintendent, Mr. DeGudas, our Chief of Staff, and Mrs. Dawn Sapp, Associate Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. They all send their well wishes for an excellent competition today. So now I'm going to turn it over to the team that makes this happen. Ms. Z, turning it over to you to introduce our teams.
Hello and good morning to our fabulous Battle of the Books team. Today we have our Elementary South teams competing in the District Battle of the Books Championship. We would like to introduce our sponsors. From Crookshank Elementary School, our returning champs, led by Ms. Barnett. Go ahead. You're on mute, Ms. Barnett.
All right. This is Charlie returning for his third year in the battle. Hi. Peyton, Hannah, and Cole, our tremendous team.
Bring home that win. Cougars bring home that win. Cougars take the floor. Green and gold, the team you can't ignore. We'll win today. One team, one goal, success for all. Go Cougars! Yay!
That was awesome. What a way to start the day. From Milky Creek Academy, Miss Bergman.
Good morning. We have Avery, Peyton, get over here, Brant, Marissa, Kinsley, and our alternates, Rain and Zora. Woo! Chant away, guys.
Mustangs are the best. We're gonna win this test. Let's go.
Nice and short.
Woohoo! From Picolata Crossing, Miss Yellington and her team.
Woohoo! All right, so we've got Izzy and we've got Faith for the second time around here. We've got Paige and we got Matthew for his second time around. And we've got Keegan right here for a second time around. We have our alternates, Jaden and Jeremy. All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're winning this.
Wow! From Palencia Elementary School, Mrs. Flower.
All right, we have Colin and Avery and Jacob and Madeline and Stella, and we have our awesome alternates, Kinsley and Karis. We are a crew setting sail into tomorrow's world.
Wonderful. From Osceola Elementary School, Miss Blanco.
Hello, we have Sophia, Ania, Olivia, Tiger Lily, and Olivia. And we have Carter as our timekeeper and alternates. Yay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Wildcats!
Wildcats indeed. From Catalina's Elementary School, Miss Hinman.
Good morning. We have Sam, Aria, Karis, and Sophia. Ready?
KS Dolphins. SSYA. Wing. Inspirational. Members. Go Dolphins! Everyone have a good game. Have fun.
Wonderful message from Otis Mason Elementary School, Miss Allen.
Hello, welcome my team. I have my alternates hanging out. Penny, stand up, girl. Addie, and then I have Easton Cruz, Opal Compton, Hannah Singletary, Stella Schubert, and Grace Schubert. 1, 2, 3. And we flop on the chair.
Oh, okay, 3, 2, 1. Mason, NIT, Mason, NIT, Mason, NIT.
Woo! Okay, thanks, guys.
Wonderful. From Southwoods Elementary School, led by Mr. Hoffman.
We've got Morgan, Ruby, Jackson, Sam, and Mackenzie.
And our alternate,
And our alternate is Caden.
which is still. We don't run with the turkeys. We soar with the eagles in the sky. Go Eagles!
That was amazing. From Hartley Elementary School, led by Miss Sloat.
And we are here at Hurley Elementary School, and I have Abigail. So we're back for our third year. Lindsay, Divine, Nolan, and Omar.
Oh, wonderful soaring into the sky, Hawks. From R.B. Hunt Elementary School, led by Mrs. Nehemiah.
We have Shay and Phoebe and Soleil and Rania and Kason, and our alternates, Gracie and Ruby. Come closer, Gracie and Ruby.
Army Hunt, Islanders, Army Hunt, 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 hunt.
Last but not least, Wards Creek Elementary School led by Mrs. Benning.
Hi, good morning. Here we have Mary, Corbin, Hannah, Matthew, Jennifer, Alethea, and Kennedy, sorry. All right, guys, ready? Go.
The torch of flame, we will not gain shame. Wards Creek, we are the warriors.
Yay! These teams look amazing today. Today, we want to remind you of our Battle of the Books rules. Each team has 5 members participating in today's competition. Alternates may watch but may not participate unless they are your timekeeper to help you keep track of time during the rounds. The questions will be read by your team sponsor. Teams will discuss and select answers. The answers will be entered by the adult in Socrative. All of the book titles are an answer option in Socrative. Should you have a challenge, your team scribe will record the number of the quote being challenged. All challenges will be reviewed at the end of the round in the main room. Any question not answered before the time expires will be marked incorrect and may not be challenged or answered after time is called. Scores will be tallied at the end of each round. Please be reminded that you will need to have a timekeeper. There is no countdown timer. A timekeeper will ensure that you can keep track of time. At the end of the 3rd round, we will announce the winner of the District Battle of Books, unless there is a bonus round or a tie. In that case, we will enter our single bonus round and find this year's winner for Battle of the Books. Go ahead, Dr. Lawson, take it away.
All right. I am so excited to be having our 2nd year of virtual Battle of the Books. Momentarily, we're going to put all teams into their own private breakout room. Once we send you to the breakout room, your media specialist, coach, or sponsor can share their screen in the breakout room so that everyone can see Socrative to be able to see the questions. You will have a total of 10 minutes for each round, and teams will automatically be recalled to the main room at the end of each round. This 10 minutes gives you about 30 seconds per question. You may exit the breakout room and return to the main room before the time is called if your team finishes before that allotted time is over. So when everyone is successfully in their breakout room, we will begin the competition. When we start the round, you'll be asked to enter your team name. Remember, your team name is your school initials in all capitals. This must be the same for each round of the battle. So please enter your school initials in all capital letters. Then you'll click done and your first question will appear. Remember, you have 10 minutes to answer all questions. All right, I'm going to send you to the breakout room. One last reminder, if the battle does not start immediately, it means that I'm waiting for all teams to successfully get into their breakout room. We want everyone to have the same opportunities. So I am opening the breakout rooms right now.
Hello, all that are not in the breakout rooms. Welcome. While our team are moving to the breakout room, we will be able to view the progress in Socrative with an icon. These icons do not necessarily have their team, a team name, or any identification. Please also note that the colors do not represent any specific team. As they get started, we will also be able to watch and see some of our authors from the books that our students have been diligently reading. All of our teams are getting set up for their first round of Battle in the Books. This will be the true test of champions. I am excited, and I hope you are too, all those that are viewing at home. As we get started, we can see that we have our bicycles getting ready to take off and run with the fastest of the race. And we get started really quick with Lime and Teal moving through the battle. And then, oh boy, here we go. This is when it starts. Neck and neck. All of our teams have really been reading, so I'm not surprised they are all together. But that Lime bicycle is going to be one to watch today, along with the Teal. While we get that bicycle race going, we can see that our orange and our indigo team are something to look for as well. Oh boy, go Teal, go. Oh, let's take a look at one of our authors from our SSRYA 3 through 5, Barbara Keeley from Following Baxter. This is a fun little book, and I hope you enjoy this.
Hi, this is Barbara Curley, and I'm the author of Following Baxter. I'm going to tell you a bit about how I came to write this book, and then I'll share an excerpt with you. When we first moved to Portland, Oregon, I needed to find a cat sitter before I went on a trip. I searched online and came across the website of a young woman who took care of dogs and cats. In the website photo, she was wearing a frilly dress and giving her dog a little smooch. I hired her to take care of my cat, and she did an excellent job. But long after my trip, I found myself thinking about the photo. It was such a great representation of loving care, presented in such a playful way. I started thinking about how fun it would be to write a novel about a dog walker. That was a job a kid could do. And if my kid character had the job walking an interesting dog of an interesting client, that might make for an interesting book. That idea got me started writing Following Baxter. Here's an excerpt from the first chapter when Jordy, my main character, meets her new neighbor, Professor Reese, and her extraordinary dog, Baxter. Suddenly, this big, shaggy gray dog burst out of the house. Baxter bounded down the professor's front walk like he had springs on the bottoms of his feet. He bounced up the ramp into the moving van and back down the ramp and across the yard and over the fence, circling my legs before bounding back over the fence again. He tumbled to a stop right by Professor Reese, woofing the whole time. But he wasn't woofing in a scary way. He was woofing like he was saying how happy he was to be here and how happy he was that we were all here too. Baxter leaned his head against her hip and looked up, his long pink tongue flopped out and resting on his teeth. She patted Baxter's head. "You sure you don't mind watching him?" "No problem," I said. I clapped my hands on my thighs, and before I could say, "Here, boy," he jumped back over the fence and landed at my feet. "Thank you, Jordy." She hurried toward her house. I scritched under Baxter's chin. "Hey, buddy." He reared up on his hind legs and planted his front paws on my shoulders so fast and heavy it practically knocked me over. We stood eye to eye then, with his crazy silver eyebrows standing straight up, and his black lips open, panting dog breath, and his shaggy gray beard dripping water. Either he drooled a lot, or he'd already drunk from Professor Reese's toilet. "You're a good boy," I nodded. Baxter nodded back. Huh, I thought.
All right, let's check those bicycles once again. Oh boy, I told you to watch for that orange and that indigo bike, but that blue bicycle, it's catching up, and there goes that indigo straight out of the gate, fast as can be, pedaling its heart out to the finish line. This is really exciting. We have 6 minutes left in our first round, and we can already see that our competition is taking off. But don't hold anything out against these blue and indigo bikes, because that teal bike and lime bike are catching up fast, it appears. I want to remember and remind you that we have no idea who is in the lead. We won't know until scores are announced when our teams come back from the breakout rooms. And as we can see, our bicycles are still pedaling hard. It is neck and neck, everyone. We have blue, lime, teal, indigo, and orange right there together, pedaling together for the finish line. Oh my, just like the Derby. Here they go. There goes the orange and the lime and the blue taking off, but you never know who they are. The mystery is great. we still have that line bicycle pedaling as fast as we can. It's kind of on the edge of your seat, everybody, because I keep seeing that blue line and orange bike move, and they're going fast.
Miss Z, so exactly what do these lines across the screen mean? Or Dr. Lawson, which of you can tell us exactly what they mean? I know they're racing. Does that mean that they're just answering their questions really fast? Does it mean that they're getting the questions correct? Exactly what do these lines mean? And then next round, will these colors be assigned to the same team so we can track their progress?
That's a great question. So these lines mean that students are answering the questions correctly. So every time they answer a question correctly, that bicycle moves ahead one more spot. They may or may not be the same color on the next round. It is a mystery every time. They may have a different color.
Really? So what you're saying is, for example, let's say that blue is school A this round. Next round, blue could actually be school B or C or Z?
You are absolutely correct. It makes it nail biting over here to see these teams competing and not know which color belongs to which school.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. It keeps the mystery in the game. Speaking of mysteries, were there any books in that mystery genre this year, Missy?
There were a ton of mysteries this year. We have a long list of mysteries. The Midnight at the Barclay Hotel is a mystery that I think was rather exciting. And then aside from that, we have the Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter. That's a mystery. The Great Pet Heist. That's a mystery. There's a slew of mysteries. I could go on. This list is full of mysteries in some way.
How mysterious. It sounds like mysteries were on the menu for this year's books. I love that genre. It keeps you on the edge of your seat whenever you're reading and makes you want to turn to the next page and the next page and the next page. I remember when I was in elementary school and I'd read books that really caught my attention, I would even have to stay up at night when everyone was asleep with a flashlight so that I could read because I couldn't wait to get to the end to make sure that the mystery was solved. It was pretty exciting, Ms. Z. I bet you were the same.
I do enjoy a good mystery. They do help me stay awake and quite active and excited for the next page to turn over and flip and read. And I cannot tell you how many mysteries there are because there's a ton on this list. And even the ones that you don't expect to have a mystery, like Amelia 6 is a great book that has a little bit of a mystery in it too. And it's pretty awesome as well. So mysteries are a great topic for this year's list. I agree. A lot of our teams are coming back, it looks like. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. They really did work hard in this first round.
Well, that's exciting. I'm so glad they're starting to return because now we can ask them, how they're feeling, but we'll wait until everyone's back to see about that. Let's see if we can look at their faces and tell how great they feel about that round. I know they've been really hard at work reading and reading and reading and trying to fill their brains with all the information they can about each of the books that they read. I wonder what some of the strategies were that teams utilized this year because our battle format is a little different. In the past, we've used quotes from books and students had to remember those quotes and the books that they came out of to answer the questions. But we know this year it's slightly different. They are actually answering questions about what happened in those books, right, Missy?
That is correct. And the questions are extremely difficult because they're on the expert level. And so it could be very minute information that the students would have to remember in the details of the books, the plot, and then the setting, our little characterizations. So they really have to know these books. You can't just wing it. Let's talk about that. That's difficult because quotes are a little bit easier sometimes to memorize. So this is a challenge. It's a different format for our kids out there, but they're doing a fabulous job. 38 seconds left on the clock. Wow, that ticker is going down. And I see that we have a lot of our teams coming back. I'm checking to see. Oh, there they are. They are all back. Wow.
Oh, wow. So this is exciting. They're all back here in the main room. Give yourselves a cheer for completing the first round of the 2022 St. Johns County School District Battle of the Books. We're glad you guys made it back and you didn't get lost in a book. So that's exciting. Before we move forward, though, it's really important that we understand that not only did you have a great time, but that there are no challenges to those questions. So again, welcome back to the main room. Are there any challenges for that round? If so, please unmute and share your challenge. All right, seems like there are no challenges to this round. So it looks like everyone agreed that the questions and the answers were all accurate. So we're really excited about that. The next question that I do have for all of you, though, is what's your reaction to this first round in this different format for our 2022 Battle of the Books? Sponsors, please select a reaction to describe how your team is feeling after round one. What do you see there, Miss Z?
Oh, I see some O's in the audience. I see a lot of woohoo, some thumbs up coming from the crowd. Hey, someone's laughing. Oh, someone has got this, Southwoods Elementary School. I see you with your got this face. And clapping from Piccolata. Hooray for you.
Oh, that's exciting. So we have lots of different reactions, and I imagine that's probably based on those expert level questions that you mentioned. So some were quite difficult, but you know what the great thing about this particular sport is? We have the best in the business who are on our team. So we have readers who are leaders, who know their craft, and who've worked really hard all year to prepare for this competition. So although this is the expert level and things may be difficult, don't count our teams out. They happen to be the smartest of the smartest. And so we're really, really glad that they're here and that they are competing. I'm in looking at your teams, I see many readers that I've known for a very long time, and I'm super excited to see them here. And I'm so glad that they decided that the Battle of the Books was a competition that they wanted to join in this year. Speaking of, let's see how each of our teams did. Let's turn it over to Dr. Lawson for a look at our scores after the first round. Take it away, Dr. Lawson.
Hello, everyone. Let me show you our scores for this round. All right, here we go. Here are the scores for the first round. We have Otis Mason out in front with 15 correct answers. And we have a lot of schools that are right behind them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 schools with 14 out of 15 correct. So we have a great battle shaping up here. This is exciting. This is my favorite part. I get to tally the scores, so it's so exciting to see these scores rolling in.
So it looks like at this point, it's anyone's game, Dr. Lawson. So all of our teams are still in the thick of it and still have a chance of winning. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. It's anyone's game at this point. We have 2 more rounds, and it is just anyone's game. These questions are fantastic, and these teams are fantastic. So I'm excited to see what round 2 brings.
All righty. Looks like it's time then. Are you guys ready for round 2? Yeah? All right. Take it away, Dr. Lawson.
All right, everyone. We are going to do the same thing as last time. I'm going to send you to those breakout rooms. And once everyone is successfully in their breakout room, I will start the competition for round 2. So remember, when you get in there, give me a minute to get that started so I can make sure everyone is in and ready to go.
All right, while we get the round 2 started, I want to let you guys know that we're going to remember to watch our bicycles and cheer them on. We've got some schools here watching us, which is really exciting. And we've got people from all over the place watching us in our live stream for YouTube. Our teams are in it to win it. And they have just gone in their breakout rooms. They are getting started. And once we see them moving, we will know that they are off to the races. This year's SSRYA list, as we discussed, is a great list for students because it has so many ways for our readers to become independent. We have SSRYA lists for 3 through 5 and then also K through 2, 6 through 8. So all of our students are able to read. There are those bicycles back on the screen. They are pedaling again, and that lime, violet, and red bike could be anyone at this point. We really have no idea because remember, every time they start, it could be a different person on a different bicycle. So they are really toward the bike. Haha. Here we go. Look at that teal bike just taking off and rolling itself right to the finish line. Wow, look at that leaderboard. You know that teal bike is really pulling ahead. I don't know if it's because they're answering questions faster, they're getting them right. We never know. That could be really exciting. You know, maybe, just maybe, those lime and peach and violet bikes are going to catch up really fast and get some more questions answered fast and correct. There goes Silver. Silver's really taking off. Hey guys, I have one author that I want you guys to see in a moment, and we're going to learn all about Total Eclipse of Nestor Lopez. This is a cool story that is about a kid who loves and can hear animals. That's crazy. I also like this book because the kid is from New Haven, Connecticut, which is a town over from where I grew up in Wallingford. So this is really cool. Let's hear all about Nestor and his special
Total
talents.
Eclipse of Nestor Lopez, Chapter 1. I gripped Dad's old army compass, willing myself not to launch it at the obnoxious raven heckling me from the bedroom window. Of the 5 other places I've lived, the birds in New Haven are by far the most annoying. Do you hear the old lady who lives here cooks raccoons and armadillos for dinner? The raven chirps, hopping back and forth on the windowsill. He bobs his black head at the packing boxes in my room. I know for a fact that's not true. I kick a large cardboard box labeled Nestor's Comic Books and Dart Guns under my bed. The springs under the mattress groan as the box pushes against the bed frame. My abuela is the best cook in Texas. Fine, don't believe me. Maybe I'll visit you in the hospital when they have to remove your small intestine after you eat too much barbecued roadkill. I roll my eyes. Sometimes being able to speak to animals is not as cool as you would think. I clench my jaw and shove another box under my bed, getting down on my knees to push against the straining bed frame. This raven is keeping me from breaking my unpacking record. Moving among 5 army bases, I've perfected my skills. I hold the record for fastest room packing and unpacking in the entire universe. You can get away with unpacking only 1 box of clothes for about 3 weeks before your mom realizes you've been wearing your cat surfing a piece of pizza t-shirt every day. I know sorting through your boxes in front of a curious new neighbor means he'll see all your underwear and the ratty stuffed bear you still insist on sleeping with. But the secret to my success is to not bother unpacking half your boxes when you get to your new location. That way you're ready to go when your mom announces the inevitable. I wasn't surprised when Mom said, Nestor, we're moving to New Haven, Texas. We'd lived at Fort Hood for 6 months. I was getting used to my new school, and my classmates were about to earn friend status. My teachers finally started calling me by the right name. I knew that was my cue to get ready to move again. So 2 days ago, I set my stopwatch and timed myself as I threw my sketchbooks and pencils into one box, my animal encyclopedia into another, and the remaining dart guns, Legos, and Pokemon cards that survived the last 4 moves into a third box. 5 minutes, 34 seconds.
All right. We paused that for a little bit and look at those bicycles go. We had that teal bike out in the lead, but that peach bike It has really pedaled its heart to the finish line, along with the silver bike. Hey, I also want to let you guys know that the SSRYA Young Reader books are picked by students to read, and they get to select the winner of their favorite book at the end of the school year. So they have their total input into this list. That is pretty awesome. We can really see that our readers are thinkers and they are independent leaders. And that is the coolest thing ever because they are, as we said before, experts in these questions and knowledge of the book. I can honestly tell you, I don't know if I could have read this many books and remembered this much detail when I was a student their age. There goes that silver bicycle. It is pulling itself towards the front. You know, I know that the players is happening today, but I have to say, I'm pretty sure that this is the real championship right here. And we have no idea who that silver bike is. Will it be Otis Mason or will one of our tied teams pull up and take the lead from them? You don't know with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in this round. We are pedaling to the finish line. And as you can see, they are getting closer to the end of their questions and answering. And that is exciting. They have so much in the lead with that silver and peach. They are together neck and neck, but that teal bike is really catching up. And I'm noticing that our teams are starting to come back. They are doing great. Here is some more of Nestor.
The raven pecks at the peeling paint on my windowsill, his thick black feathers shining in the sunlight. He looks like he's covered with oil, a twisty design of green and purple on his wings. I abandon my unpacking and grab my sketchbook so I can draw New Haven's annoying wildlife. Oh, so you made me famous? You even a good artist? The raven stretches out his feathers. I consider drawing an enormous black bear devouring the raven, feathers and bird bits flying through the air. I'm shading in just the right look of obnoxious in the raven's eye when I hear a soft knock on the bedroom door. My abuela shuffles in, her curly hair piled on her head. She tried to dye it red to cover her gray, but it's come out more of a purple. It matches the tiny flowers on her housecoat. Abuela gives me a hug, and I inhale the scent of lavender. The 5 times I've moved, this is the first time someone I know has greeted me. Usually it's just an empty house with echoing walls and neighbors' curious eyes. I could stay in Abuela's hug forever. And how's the unpacking? She scans my new room and pauses when she sees the packing boxes shoved under my bed. She chuckles, giving me a wink. The raven beats his wings against the window frame. Oh, you are so busted. I shake my head and look at Abuela, checking to see if she can hear my annoying animal companion too. She's busy pulling a brown bag from behind her back. No reaction on her face. I guess my ability to talk to animals didn't skip a generation. Fine, I guess. I glance at the boxes in my closet, shoved behind my clothes. Abuela takes my sketchbook and holds it at arm's length, admiring my raven drawing. Ay, mira, another masterpiece, Joselito. Abuela likes to call me Joselito sometimes, after José Nicolás de la Escalera. He was Cuba's first painter. Abuela tells me she hopes to see my drawings one day in museums around the world, just like José's. I don't bother to tell her I don't think I'm that good. I draw because it keeps me occupied sitting in new classrooms as the teacher drones on about equations I learned 2 schools ago. And paper and pencils are easy to pack. What's that? I ask, as Abuela holds out the brown paper bag to me. I have something for you, Niño. Abuela's eyes sparkle. I peek inside. A baseball glove rests at the bottom. I thought you might want that. I went up to the attic to dig it out of some boxes. I almost broke my hip. Esas tontas escaleras. I run my fingers over the worn glove, smiling, as Abuela curses the attic stairs. The brown leather has cracks in the palm, and a few loose laces hang from the edge. It's definitely well used. This glove was your papi's. He and your abuelo spent hours out there in the backyard tossing a baseball back and forth. I had to yell at them so much to stop throwing and come in for dinner. And I'm a good cook, ya tu sabes. Abuela chuckles and sits next to me on the bed. She shifts her weight as the boxes crammed under my bed push the sharp bed springs against.
We are getting ready to close our breakout rooms. I just wanted to give you a heads up. There is 39 seconds left to this round, 37, 35. We are seeing the end of round 2, and look at those bicycles. We have got a lot of ties, it looks like to me, if I'm reading this scoreboard right, but who knows? I could be reading it totally wrong. With 17 seconds left to the end of round 2, we are clearing our way towards the finish line, and they are moving right ahead.
Mattress.
Wow.
I hear the cardboard begin.
That was the end of round 2.
Welcome back to the main room, everyone. It's so good to see you all back here after such an exciting round. I know our bicycles were moving right along, and again, it's all a mystery as to who those bicycles were assigned to. We don't really know, and so we can't wait to see where our next round of scores takes us. But before we do that, I do have an important question. Teams, are there any challenges after round 2? If so, please unmute and share your challenge. All right, looks like all of our teams agree that our questions and answers were valid, so thanks so much. We're excited about that part. I do want our sponsors, again, after round 2, to go ahead and share your reaction. This is round 2 of 3. So one more round and we may be able to announce a winner. How are you feeling, sponsors and teams, after round 2 of the 2022 Battle of the Books? What do we have, Miss Z?
Some O's this round. Oh, some thumbs up though. Don't discount it. Some big claps from RB Hunt. Oh, crying from Palencia. Ha. Oh, they're loving it over in Mill Creek. This is exciting. I got some cheers from Osceola.
Oh, wow. So we have some blood, sweat, tears, and cheers. See what I did there? Absolutely. That's super, super exciting. So we are excited to have you all back. While we're waiting on our scores to be tallied by Dr. Lawson, I would love for you guys to unmute and share your favorite book from this year's list. So let's start with Wards Creek, just because I see your name first on our screen. Wards Creek, can you guys unmute and tell us what your favorite book was this year?
Our favorite book was, we had a couple, Desk of Zoe Washington, The Disaster Days, and The Dead Pets of Rex Dexter.
Oh my goodness, The Dead Pets, and Disaster Days. That's alliteration at its finest. You guys love books that begin with T, obviously. So fantastic. Love. Sounds like great books also. Hi there, Wards Creek. Excellent job. Otis Mason, Manatees, guys, unmute and tell us what your favorite books were this year.
Okay, per usual, we cannot agree, so we're going to go with Charlie and Frog and Amelia 6.
Ooh, excellent choices this year. Excellent choices. Thanks so much, Mason. We are so glad to hear that you are enjoying reading this year. Next up on my screen, RB Hunt Elementary School. Tell us what your favorite books were this year.
So we have a lot of different favorites, so they're each going to share their favorite.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. Let's hear them.
Go ahead, Trace. Disaster Days. Mine was Charlie the Frog and Amelia 6. Mine was probably Disaster Days. Mine was From the Desk of Zoe Washington.
Can the last two share their books? Can you speak just a little bit louder? You kind of went out.
Rain, you go loud.
My favorite favorite was From the Desk of Zoe Washington and Following Baxter.
Okay.
My favorite was Total Eclipse of Nestor Lopez.
Nestor
Oh,
Lopez was the last one.
awesome. What a variety of favorite books there. That's so exciting to hear that lots of genres and lots of different titles are appreciated at RB Hunt. So it looks like there was something for everyone this year. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lawson, but before we do, one more school. Carolinas, tell us what your favorite books were this year.
The Disaster Days.
We had a lot of
Ah.
favorites too, but we all decided on Disaster Days.
Disaster Days, that is exciting. I keep hearing that book. It sounds like it might be a group favorite. Dr. Lawson, do you have scores for round two?
I do have scores for round two, but before I share those scores, I did want to share that we have 61 people watching our live YouTube stream. So we are so excited to have all those families. I did ask for a shout out from where families are watching from. We do have some people at the district office here in St. Augustine. Miss Amanda Bergamasco is watching us, and she is here in St. Augustine. I have a family watching from Macon, Georgia. So if you are watching our live stream and you want to share with us where you're watching from, we would love for you to put that in the chat on the live YouTube stream so we can share that with our teams. And I know you're all ready to see those scores. So let me share my screen so I can share the scores with you. All right. For round two, you can see the round two scores and you can see our total scores. So we've got Otis Mason still in the lead at a total of 29 correct answers today. We have Mill Creek is in second right now with a total of 27 correct answers. So great job. We do have some teams with 26, 25. So it really is still an open battle. There could be any number of winners here today. So it's open. So get those battle brains going and let's get ready for round three.
Absolutely, guys. So that's exciting. Congratulations, teams. We know that you're all in there fighting really hard during this battle. I'm so excited to see all of the competitors this year and how competitive everyone really is. I can tell that every single team here worked really hard and that they're trying their very best, and we really appreciate that. So round three is coming up. This may or may not be our final round, because if there is a tie at the end of this round, we will go to a bonus round only for the teams that are tied. And so this, again, like Dr. Lawson said, is anyone's game. So make sure you bring your A game for round three, the final round of the 2022 St. Johns County School District Battle of the Books. Dr. Lawson and Miss Z.
All right, let's get them ready for round three, Dr. Lawson.
All right, round three is here. So it is the same as round one and round two. I'm going to send you to those breakout rooms. Again, give me a minute to get our battle started once I am sure that all teams are in their breakout room, and you will have 10 minutes to answer all the questions. And I am going to send you to the breakout room right now.
We'll watch them go into those breakout rooms, and then we will see that leaderboard and those bicycles start racing. It seems to be a really tough competition today. We have a lot of teams that are really working hard. Otis Mason is really answering those questions extremely well. And there they go, 9 minutes and 48 seconds to start the third round. All of our teams are working their hardest and working together with the best teamwork possible. Right out of the gates, we have magenta, lime, peach, violet, teal. Oh, they're all neck and neck. Here they go. They're all moving fast and furiously through those questions. And that peach bike is pulling up ahead, answering those questions with some fierce intensity. and they are working their hardest. There they go with 9 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. We have another great book trailer. We heard about this from a couple of our friends who said this was one of their favorite books, The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter.
More than anything else in the world, Rex Dexter wants a dog, a real live pet of his own. On his birthday, his parents surprise him with a big box. Oh, surely this is it. Finally, a puppy! But it isn't. It's a chicken? Like the chicken nugget kind of chicken. But 1 hour and 14 minutes later, the chicken is dead. Rex has been cursed by the Grim Reaper himself, and now a ghostly gang of chatty, obnoxious wild animals, including the chicken, have invaded his life. Were their deaths at the zoo truly accidents? Can Rex discover what is happening before it's too late? Read The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter by Aaron Reynolds to find out. A Texas Bluebonnet Award nominee.
Oh, wow. I love chickens. I want one in my yard. I don't know if I'm allowed to have one in my neighborhood, but I sure would love to have a rooster or a chicken. There we go. Look at those bicycles take off. They were moving really fast. That Lime bike really has picked up the speed to take the lead, and it is off to the finish. Oh, it's going fast and furious with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. They are really getting to the finish line in this third round. We will see if we will have a tie or if we will have a single champion, because that peach bike is pulling up from the lead. I think we're getting ready to watch another one of our books, and it is From Midnight at the Barclay Hotel.
JJ wasn't supposed to read the letter, but he did anyway. He couldn't resist the thick paper and the chance to break the seal on the back of the envelope. It all looked so important. You really couldn't blame him. His mom had already forgotten about the letter and left it unopened on the kitchen counter. She rarely had time for anything these days. JJ, on the other hand, had nothing but time. He had just gotten out of school, and Tuesday was his most hated day of the week. He was always forced to go to book club and Battle of the Books, which was like the Grand Master of Misery for those who are not into books. JJ didn't like reading very much. That's an understatement. He despised it, everything about it, from the quietness to the dancing letters and the book reports afterward. What JJ really loved was ghost hunting. He got excited at the thought of collecting evidence of haunting activity with his infrared camera, voice recorder, and electromagnetic field, that's EMF for short, detector. The camera would catch temperature fluctuations, since ghosts show up as cold spots. The voice recorder could catch a ghost's voice. This was harder, JJ thought. And the EMF detector would reveal a ghost's electrical current. The detector would spike. Ghost hunting can be exciting or monumentally boring, depending on how the ghosts are feeling that day. The week before the invitation came, JJ and his friend Tristan had caught signs of a possible haunting in the attic. JJ lived in an old house that made squeaky noises and had lots of dark, mysterious corners. But JJ had reason to believe that those little orbs he and Tristan caught on camera were not dust. The EMF detector spiked, and there was some garbled noise on the voice recorder, sure indicators that a ghost was present. You never knew what evidence you might find. It was why JJ loved ghost hunting. And now there was this envelope on a regular, most hated book club Tuesday. Unfortunately, JJ's dad was an English professor at the local college, and he loved all things books, which was why his dad had volunteered to run the book club and Battle of the Books at Aspen Springs Middle School. It made the whole situation with JJ hating books a little sticky. JJ could hear his mom on the phone in the other room. Just troubleshoot it, guys. Just troubleshoot it. It was her favorite phrase. JJ's mom was very good at her job as CEO. A little too good, if you asked JJ.
So hi there,
I
friends
wished
and
she would take a
family.
break from her
We're
phone
so
every once in a
glad that
while.
you are joining us live
JJ
online on YouTube for our second annual Battle of the Books, virtual Battle of the Books. And thanks so much for sharing where you are joining us from. I know Dr. Lawson talked about Macon, Georgia being there, and many of our schools are also showcasing this battle on their closed circuit TV. That is exciting. We hope that many of you who are watching the battle this year will read the books next year and decide to join or try out for the battle teams. We have lots of folks joining right here from St. Augustine. And we know that having this battle virtually allows you to join maybe from your desk at work, or maybe you have it on the big TV in a place wherever you work and everyone at your job or is watching, or maybe you're watching from the comfort of your living room at home because you were unable to make it in person in previous years. And so we're just super, super excited to be able to host this online so that all of our friends and families can join us. We see lots of shout outs for specific students and teams. Our Hartley families are watching. I see cheers for our Mustangs, for Mill Creek Academy. I'm looking at some Palencia Pirates cheers. So everyone is here cheering on all of our teams. I see Piccoletta Crossing. I see someone from Minnesota, which is super exciting. I love Minnesota. Someone from Butte, Montana, which is pretty awesome that you're able to join us. We know that you guys may even be in a different time zone, but you decided that it was exciting enough for you to join us, even if it was an hour or two earlier than it is here in the great state of Florida and St. Augustine. So we're super, super excited about that. All of our teams are working hard, and we want to make sure that you know that regardless of the outcome of the battle, all of our readers are winners because readers are leaders. And because they read these books, they are champions in our minds. So thanks again so much for joining us today and watching our kids compete in the most important sports battle that happens here in St. Johns County. We also want to let you know that this battle happens K-12. There are two elementary battles, a north and a south, just because we have so many elementary schools here. So we do split those up. But we also have a middle and high school battle. And so we're super excited that students can not just begin their reading journey here at the elementary level, but they're also able to continue and to join our battle arenas through middle and high school here in St. Johns County. So the reading doesn't stop when kids graduate, when our fifth grade seniors graduate to middle school. They simply graduate and start to read middle school level books. So we're super excited about that and so glad that you encourage all of our teams and our team members to read, read, read. We know without your support, this wouldn't be possible. So thanks so much. Looks like we have some of our teams starting to return from perhaps the final battle rooms, the final battle round 3 of this year's battle. So let's see who's on their way back.
Miss Dix, it looks like all of our teams are back in the main room. We have 11, all 11 teams have returned. So that means it's my time to go and tally those scores.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we'll see you in a little bit, Dr. Lawson. While she's closing those battle rooms and tallying our final scores for this third round and perhaps the final round of this year's battle. Ms. Z, what do you think about the competition this year?
It is definitely anyone's game and extremely exciting. I have to say, when I was watching that last round, I had no idea who was in the lead, and I am certainly on the edge of my seat right now. So that could be something for us to have a nail biter with.
Absolutely. It's anyone's game and anyone's guess at this point. So that's super exciting. I do want to give the rest of our teams an opportunity to share their favorite books. So if you were not featured after the end of round 2 and you weren't able to share your favorite books, then I would like you to unmute and share what your favorite book is. I don't want to miss anyone. I'm going to start with those folks that are on my team. If I call you and you've already shared, then we'll move on to the next group. First up on my screen is Palencia Elementary. Please unmute and tell us your favorite books this year.
All right, so we have a variety of favorite books. So we're just quickly going to tell you each one. Go.
Hi, can they speak just a little bit louder? I
louder.
can't really hear them.
My favorite was Little Eclipse of Nestor Lopez. Blackboard and Blackbird. The Disaster Days for me. Midnight at the Barclay Hotel. Following Baxter. I also like Following Baxter. Amelia 6 or Midnight at the Barclay Hotel.
I tell you, that was a variety. We had lots of favorite books this year, so that's super exciting. What about my friends over at the Southwoods Elementary School?
We had a variety also, so they're each going to tell you their favorite.
Mine was The Death of Zoe Washington and Following Baxter. Mine was Disaster Days. Mine was Midnight at Barclay Hotel. Mine was Charlie and Frog and Midnight at Barclay Hotel. Mine was the Amelia 6. So mine was Black Brother.
That's pretty exciting. So lots of variety here. That is exciting. Thanks so much, Eagles Fly. What about you, Mill Creek Academy? What were your favorite books this year?
So we all had a variety of a variety of favorites. I liked From the Desk of Zoe Washington. I liked the Amelia 6. From the Desk of Zoe Washington, Barclay Hotel. Following Baxter. I liked Midnight at the Barclay Hotel.
Again, lots of variety. I love the fact that there are books for all of our readers and for all of our readers to love. So thank you so much. What about you, Osceola? What were your favorite books this year?
All right. Good morning. Go ahead and share out real quick.
My favorite book was Wish Upon a Sleepover. I liked Midnight at the Barclay Hotel. I liked Great Disaster Days and the Amelia 6.
I like Midnight at the Berkeley Hotel and Disaster Days.
And I like Charlie and Frog.
Super. Yay. Am I hearing you? Congratulations, guys. Again, lots of variety. Before I go on to Hartley Elementary, I would like to ask if there are any challenges after this third round. If so, please unmute and share your challenge. Okay. No? I keep pressing this button for mute and unmute. All righty, so I think our next school on my screen, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be confused, I think it's Hartley and then Carolinas.
Okay, we actually have two favorite books, and they are
Black Brother.
and it is our favorite book because we like how they spin and stuff like that. Because I have
Oh, I'm not hearing you really well. Can you say that a little bit louder?
Midnight at Barclay Hotel. It has a black ice cream. So we had two favorites. We had Black Brother, and Midnight at Barclay Hotel.
That's super exciting. I love that you shared why you love those books. You know, it's always good to know the reasons. There are things that resonate with each of us. And so we're glad you enjoyed those books and that they were exciting to you. All right. Next up, I think is, or did I get everyone? If I have not called on your school because my screen has gone all wonky, I may not have. Oh, Piccolata. Let's go, guys. Let us hear what your favorite books were this year.
My favorite was Mr. Lopez.
Midnight at the Barclay Hotel.
Midnight at the Barclay Hotel. Same as them. Zoe Washington. Nestor Lopez. Nestor Lopez.
Oh, exciting. So I kept hearing Lopez, Lopez. So that was one of the resounding favorites at this school. So that's pretty awesome. I can't wait. I have not had a chance to read that particular book yet, but now, based on your recommendations, I know, right? I know. Upsetting. And I'm sorry. But I have been reading lots and lots of books. I've probably read, I won't even count them, but a lot already. I just haven't had a chance to get to all of the SSYRE books, but it is certainly a goal. And based on your recommendations, it looks like I'm going to have to read every single one, not just the couple that I've decided to read already. So thank you so much for sharing. I believe we've gotten all of our schools. Is that correct, Miss C? Have we heard?
Crookshank would like to share.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought Crookshank had already shared. Go ahead, Crookshank. Tell us, what was your favorite book this year?
Okay, so our favorite books. Well, my favorite book is Curley and Frog. Dead Pets and For the Desk of Zoe Washington. Told It's Vanessa Lopez and Amanda Six. Wish Upon a Sleepover and Black Feather, Black Feather.
Wow, exciting. So again, a variety from our Crookshank Returning Champions team. I love that you all love lots of different types of books. That's great. I love variety also. I do have a genre that I tend to stick with, but I will venture out every once in a while, and I am never, ever disappointed because books are my absolute favorite things beyond grits and cherry pie. What about you, Miss G? I bet you love books too.
I do love to read. I have to say, that's probably my favorite thing to do in my downtime. And I love that I heard a lot of Amelia Six because I'm a big fan. I don't know if you know that, but I kind of like it.
You know what? I wonder why Mrs. Amelia Zagowski likes the book Amelia Six. There are maybe some clues there.
It's a great little novel that has a little bit of adventure, a little bit of history mixed in. I loved that it had all those elements. It was a definite favorite of mine. So I also enjoyed From the Desk of Zoe Washington. It was a great story. I do love to cook at home and I love to make cakes. So that was definitely something that made me really enjoy that book because I want to be the next Food Network champion. Come on. I think I've got an opportunity there.
Oh my gosh. I wish I loved cooking. I don't love cooking, but I will tell you, I'd be a great compliment to your cooking show because I do love eating, Miss Z.
Perfect.
Right? You cook, I eat. It sounds like a team. Right?
Total package right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, guys. We had no challenges. And guess what? A drum roll is in the future because we do have a winner this year after the third round. Dr. Lawson, are you ready to reveal the 2022 St. Johns County School District Battle of the Books Champions South?
I am ready. I have the slide ready for you to announce. We did not have a tie in this elementary South battle, but I did want to say before you announce the winner that all these teams are winners. What a great battle we had today. And thank you to everyone who's been on our YouTube chat telling us where you're watching from. And so many schools are watching. So many comments from people watching at their school. So it just makes my heart happy. And I just wanted to say congratulations to all teams. And I'm going to turn it over to you for that drum roll.
All right, so there's a big reveal coming right up. I do want to say congratulations to all of you. Just like Dr. Lawson said, you are all winners. And so, Miss Z, can I get a drum roll, please? And the winner for the 2021-2022 Battle of the Books South Elementary is Otis Mason Elementary School. Let's hear it for the Mason team.
Woo! Good work, team.
Congratulations on a battle well fought and a victory well deserved. You've taken down our reigning champions, and Otis Mason, please bring your team in view, unmute so we can see all the faces of this year's winners. Thank you, students, media specialists, and sponsors. You are all rock stars. Let's hear it. Unmute Mason and let's hear your battle cheer.
It's a good thing we can answer questions better than we do cheers.
That is super exciting. Congratulations, guys. I am so proud of all of our teams and especially of our new winners. I'm super excited also because this year or last year, we began the tradition of instead of passing a trophy around, each winning school will actually receive a banner to display forever. And so just like our sports team, your team will get a banner to share. Let's see, I may even be able to pull that banner up and share with everyone so that they can see what our Battle of the Books teams. Now, these, of course, are banners from last year. So let's see if I can stop my video and.
Hey, Miss Dixon, is it okay if I show the results for everybody while you're looking that up?
Absolutely. Will you do that? Will you share the final scores for all of our teams?
I will for sure. It was a hard-fought battle, and all teams did so well. Congratulations, Otis Mason. And here are the scores for everyone. We had some perfect scores in that last round as well. So we have Otis Mason at 43, and our second place was Mill Creek at 42. So excellent job to all our teams. You can just be so proud of yourself for answering these questions and for all the practice that went into answering these questions today and being prepared for this battle. So congratulations, I applaud you. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that Ms. Dix can show you those banners. Thank you everyone for participating and making today such a great battle.
Wow. So less than 13 points separated our champions from everyone else. And so again, a battle well fought and won. So let's see if I can share what the banner that your team will be receiving might look like. Of course, these are banners from last year's. And so this is our high school banner, Creekside High School. Of course, they are the Knights. And so their mascot and their name appears on the battle banner along with the year that they won. This is what our Crookshank Elementary School banner looked like. I understand that they hung theirs outside on their fence for the world to see. And then later on, they can bring it in. Timberland Creek also, these banners were all displayed outside. They may still be there or they may be back inside the school in the media center forever. And then finally, our middle school champions last year were Patriot Oaks Academy students, and they received this middle school banner. And so Otis Mason Elementary, we look forward to grabbing your mascot and your name and awarding you one of these beautiful banners for display at Mason. Again, congratulations to all of our teams. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors, our media specialists, our teachers, our caregivers, and our families from all over for joining us this year. We've had a fabulous time and we look forward to an even more exciting competition next year for the 2023 battle. We'll leave you today with this one phrase. All of you, don't forget to read. See you later, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining.
Bye, everyone. Great job today.
Thanks, Ms. Z, Dr. Lawson. Great job.